It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy
Welcome to the Nook at the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Cozy nook, new chairs.
What do you look at when you sit in this chair? Because you got a camera, you got a TV, you got a guest, you got paintings, you got another TV, another TV.
I look at my guests, I look at the camera, I look at you, I look around the studio. It's a nice point of view.
There's 6 screens around you. 6.
It's a nice point of view.
Point of view, everywhere you look, you see something.
I know, so you got to stay focused.
So what do you look over there?
No, I look at the camera actually.
That would be over there.
Yeah.
Is my finger crooked?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I think.
Is it?
I think you're pointing the wrong direction. Anyway, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. It means we've got Dana Sardano today, our Ubuntu room lady. Is going to be in here. We're finishing up on last week and some questions and about getting Dana's going to get us into the flow of today, kind of on the other side of the week. And I've been telling you all day, I'm really honing in on what Lorena Anderson, our energy shifter, said yesterday.
You ain't doing a good job.
I'm really working on staying
You ain't doing a good
with
job.
the love. Look, he even has the hearts behind me because apparently the other picture was distracting.
That's all bandages.
No, it's
you sent
it's
the
energy.
furniture back.
Well,
do you want me to start going now? Because I could tell 12 things you've
because
done.
if it does not bring you joy.
That's not what she taught you. She says you have to love it.
I didn't love the new couch I got, so I sent it back yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
And?
You're supposed to say I love it.
But I didn't.
And let him send it back.
He did.
Yes, because you said to him, okay, he's got to go.
No, I didn't say it like that. Well,
Yes, you did.
I
know you.
I got a picture and I'm like, too small. He goes, it's perfect. I sat on it. Okay. Not really good. Anyway, we're not discussing my couch. We're going to
No, we're discussing your love.
So I'm really trying to work on all the leadership skills we learned last week at Boca City Lead, that there are no failures. It's just you as a leader needing to take accountability of how you teach and how you grow your team and your leadership. And that's what we're working on today.
That's what you're working on?
I'm working with the girls. They've got the Amplified magazine as part of a spotlight for the Amp Media Futures Foundation, and intern awareness, all the things, a little bit more branding on the logo. Their ideas are so good. They just need to explode them.
You know, it's funny how you and I,
this magazine has like 9 pages already.
It's going to end up having 20. She wants 21. It's funny how you and I, we listen to one thing and we come out at the other side.
Isn't that always something?
2 different ways.
What'd you take from that?
It's funny. Like today I saw a piece one of the kids was working on, and I said, this doesn't work. So they tried to reason with me how it does work. I say, take it down and do it all over again.
See, these are leadership skills. We're going to talk to Dana about this. If I said to one of the crew, this doesn't work, they would say, Dawn's saying, I can't believe she spoke to me that way. You, on the other hand, can say it, and they redo it.
Because they know I'm saying it from love.
I'm
saying it from the heart.
I feel like I need to take it,
Don't
massage
laugh
it.
behind my neck. I can feel that.
Good morning. Can we restructure it this way? Show me your ideas. This is my intent.
No, Lucy.
You just
Lucy,
say,
too many words. That's too many words. It don't work. So what I did was, I took one of the senior editors, and I said, okay, I want you to look at this. And another senior editor, I want you to look at this. When he redoes it, because he's redoing it, I'm going to hold you accountable.
I heard that.
For what I'm going to play on the air.
But again, if I said that, I feel like they would think Dawn's saying, she spoke to me in a certain way. She's not helping. She's just barking. But when you do it.
But I'm not barking.
But you can say that. Dana, why is it okay for, I want to say men, because you happen to be a man, to say the same thing but differently, but yet
Gato,
it's accepted.
I'm going to bring you to this conversation. I need you in this conversation. Go ahead.
I don't have a lot of backstory, but based on what you're saying and based on how you're presenting it, I feel like because you already, because you have a concern that you're going to be received a certain way, maybe then that's why you're being received that way. If so,
and it may not even be.
It may not even be. And I think Freddy, he don't give a fuck. He's like, listen, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. There's no chatter. There's no, backstory. There's none of that. And then people respond to that. It's like animals can smell fear. It's like people know how much they could push. And if you're dancing around something, then people are kind of now dancing with you, even if that dance isn't pleasant.
And they respect you. Jael said, and Andrew, like, they respect you when you say,
they're the scary
to
ones.
Andrew, I'm going to call your professor if you don't show up on the first day.
That was 4 years ago.
But that's an accountability thing.
Yeah.
And that was a joke.
But he didn't know that.
Andrew, that was 4 years ago. I called your professor to get you a bigger promotion. And he sold me, Andrew. He says, this guy is the wave of the future.
Where is he?
He sold him to me. He said, this guy's, and he was supposed to bring like all these kids with him because he was a leader. But the only reason that I do.
Leadership skills are just different for women and men. I think it's just perceived. Lorena, I hope you're listening to this.
I don't have a gray area.
I know.
Because I know if something's going to work, I got to feel it. Like I met this lady. And instantly, and it's funny because you were talking about your art today. Mm-hmm. And your art lights me up. And Gato puts it so I see it. I like this kid because he knows how my brain works. If you touch my lights again, we're going to have a big problem. Yes, I got plenty of lights. You ain't got to move my lights around. But he knows it lights me up. So some of the stuff that you do, it's made with this energy stuff because I sort of understand you. And it just encourages me to tell a kid, one of the interns, I said, listen, I love what you do, but this doesn't work for me. And if it doesn't work for me, I don't think I can sell it. And if I can't sell it, then to me, that's the litmus paper. That's where we go. If I can't sell it, to me, it doesn't work.
I love that you can just be direct with people.
I was just thinking that it's concrete.
Yeah.
It's concrete, it's measurable, it comes with an expectation of consequence. If this happens, and people respond to that because they know what to expect. As women, because you mentioned there is a difference in leadership, we are taught to energetically apologize for ourselves, dance around things, make sure everybody feels okay. And by doing, I saw this in education all the time, the teachers trying to make everybody feel okay, and you're only kind of making it worse. But cut and dry. This is what I need. This is what I expect. This is why. And people, okay.
Maybe it's the teachers, the educators in us, that when you tell someone to write a paper, right? If you're an English teacher,
yeah.
I want you write a paper, this many paragraphs, this many words, this much spacing. Content is yours. Whereas Freddie would say, I don't like that many paragraphs, or there's too many words.
Too many words.
Where me as the educator,
yeah.
It's everyone wins a trophy. Let's just get you to the finish line.
No,
yeah.
And then twerk it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Not everybody wins a trophy, and that's part of the problem with.
We don't want everybody to get a trophy.
It's interesting, right?
Now,
different leadership skills.
I got to tell you, it's been 10 years ago, I had asked Dawn if she wanted to try to work for ABC or CBS or stay here, stay with me. And she said, I'm going to stay with you. And I tried to encourage her to go in the other direction because I thought that her interviewing skills were that good. True? And if I say something that's not true, you just stop me. So the other day, a couple of months ago, she filled in to do a show. And somebody else told her the same thing that I told her 10 years ago. And he's sitting over there, and she's sitting over here. And I'm watching this from third person, from a view. Now, you got to understand, 10 years I've been preaching this, and I got the word no. And she does the deal, and she does the show. And it's a fantastic show. It's a paying dividends. The people now that see it, she's doing certain things to it. It's just gotten to another height. Not that I am surprised. I'm not. But there you go. Here you go. The delivery was a male and a female, and she listened to them, but she didn't listen to me. You know what I'm talking about? Am I wrong?
Okay. Yeah, there's more to the backstory, but okay. But again, it goes, I'll tell you why. It goes to the, I don't want to step on toes. I need to make everybody happy. Why would I take a position for somebody else?
But that was my responsibility, not yours. My responsibility is to put you in the best light possible. And you know, God has a real funny sense of humor. Because this young lady called the radio station, and they send them to me. Of all the people on the planet, and Vic knows hundreds of people, he sent her here. Because what they told me was she would fit in like a glove here.
Yeah.
And every week we get something about you, people talking about you all over the place. So it does work. It does work. But it goes to show you perception is only what you make of it. Other people's business about you is what you make of it. Yeah. So if I tell you it doesn't work, I'm telling you that out of love. You know how you keep preaching this love thing? Well, I do it, but I do it differently.
I know, which is a remarkable follow-up to yesterday's conversation.
But it's not remarkable. I just got my style.
Exactly.
I got my style.
Right. Love doesn't have to be gushy, oh my goodness, I love you, like all of that. You do it with the respect.
I do it the Heather way. Heather showed me, Mona Lisa showed me all about the hard drive. And it's funny because they were talking about this today, that the other one, best friend over here, says that she's got to make her stronger because she's too mushy. You mushy?
Which one's mushy?
Heather, are you mushy?
No.
Mushy in what regard?
What Jay said you had to be stronger.
Oh, a hater?
A hater. See the words they use?
I have no way of explaining this, actually.
That's okay. You're going to get your chance. Think about it.
No, I'm not mushy.
Okay. See?
But it was a follow-up to yesterday's show with Helen and Lorena. And if you're wondering what we're talking about, check out yesterday's show and you'll see. If I really do take what we talk about to heart and really try to put it in play on my daily living skills.
But you don't have to.
But I do, because I feel like if I'm walking the walk, I need to walk the walk. I can't just talk the talk.
But if you're thinking about walking the walk, then you're taking this whole thing backwards. You got to believe in what you do.
No, because I think, and we're going to talk to Dana about this, because you brought it up before we went live, about your calling. And if we go back to what we feel our calling is and what sits right in our heart and our soul, and these side things, this noise just comes in and tries to take us off, like bills and rent, or someone doesn't like you, takes you off your calling path, and you start veering away because you're trying to put out fires, you're not in line or in sync with truly who you're supposed to be and what your calling is. So, but sometimes your mind that monkey mind has to stop, and you have to really think about, wait, why am I here? Why am I reacting to it this way? This isn't me. This is just the outside noise. And stop and think about it.
And you have to be able to notice noise from you.
Which is why I was late this morning, because I was quieting my monkey mind.
Because of the furniture?
No, that was yesterday. Anyway, let's take a commercial break. When we come back,
monkey mind.
Monkey
I want to
mind.
hear the rest of
We've
that.
got Dana Sardano joining us of the Ubuntu Room. We're following up on last week and the 10 Recommandments. So more to come. We'll be right back.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Hi, my name is Lisa Jensen. We are here in my store on North Federal Highway. It's a store where we do have a lot of design with affordable prices. And I'm making also luxury candles, like luxury purses. We do have a main collection of luxury brand watches, and we are here open every day, even the weekend, Sunday, and every morning from 10 to 4 p.m. Come around and visiting my store, and we do have a lot for the holidays. I look forward for seeing you.
Keep moving, baby. Keep moving, baby. Keep moving, baby. Keep moving, baby. Let's dance all night. Keep moving, baby. Keep moving, baby. This feels so right. Keep moving, baby. 2, 3, 4. Put your shoes on the floor. Get it started, let's go.
Do you remember the music of the 50s and 60s?
You better eat all your dinner, and you better be good in school, or you could end up
The
in a
songs
zoo.
that made you dance, laugh, and fall in love.
You know you could be better than a slimy fish.
The family, the food, the fun, and the memories that came with that. Relive those golden days with Peter Tracy on PHT Live, where music and memories come alive. Like and subscribe today at PHT Live on YouTube and get entered to win a free t-shirt. Plus a chance to meet Peter live in studio. PHT Live with Peter Tracy, bringing back the good vibes. You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
We got Dana Sardano of the Ubuntu Room joining us today. We're finishing up the Claires. Can you imagine now the next person you meet whose name is Claire, you're going to think of Dana. Maybe Dana's granddaughter will be named Claire.
Clarinda Claire.
Claire. I was talking how, I don't know how my monkey mind goes. I literally get up, make a cup of coffee, and I try to sit in my quiet space. And I don't do meditation, so I can't even call it meditation. It's just kind of like prayer and trying to get in line for the day and geared up. And I noticed today that my brain was just firing on all cylinders. I've got Dana's crystals that she gave me. I have my white candle. I've got all of the tools sitting in front of me, but my mind was just scattered. So I had to sit for a little bit longer and stop and really recalibrate my purpose and my soul and what I feel like my calling is.
That's a girl thing.
Maybe. So I'm glad Dana's joining us.
See, if you don't know sports calms the male mind.
It's interesting. We can talk about all those things. Okay. All right. We have Dana Sardano of the Ubuntu Room joining us. So let's roll her intro.
This segment has been sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. The Ubuntu Room is a place where we discuss all things personal empowerment, all things spiritual development, and everything that falls in between. It's where we recognize that the power is in our hands to create the lives that we desire, and that personal empowerment and spiritual development are very much intertwined. And each of us on our own journey of self-discovery fall somewhere on that spectrum. My hope is by having these conversations that maybe I can meet you where you are and perhaps we could travel together. So today we are concluding our conversation about the Claires. We've been talking about clairaudience, clairsentience, and clairempathy. And today I want to conclude talking about clairvoyance and claircognizance. Now, clairvoyance is clear sight. I don't want to do a lot about the clairs because we have the questions in the books and we could ask them. I'm just going to give you a little here or there. So clairvoyance, clear sight, comes in a variety of different ways. Excuse me. The obvious, right? You got your seers, you got your visions. People see, my friend Wendy, she sees in like her third eye. She closes her eyes and she actually sees it like a projector. I see, but I don't see like that. I get like impressions, like I see it in wisps. Clairvoyance shows itself in deja vu. It shows itself, this is the big one, in the dream state, in symbols and signs in dreams, in precognitive dreams, like when you dream something that's going to happen and it happens. I've actually had those, and I'm sure somebody in the studio has had them as well. But just to give you a for instance, when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I was pregnant with twins. And I was so excited. You know how you're not supposed to tell people, like in the first trimester, that you're pregnant in case something goes wrong? Not me, not me. I was pregnant with twins. I told everybody. I'm like stopping people at bus stops, like telling everybody that I was having twins. And then one night before I was going to one of my doctor's appointments, I had a dream. And I dreamt that my friend Amy, I was standing next to my friend Amy, and she was on the phone with my friend Lisa, telling her about the babies. And Lisa was telling Amy, doesn't she know she's only having one baby? And I'm listening, and Amy's like, no, she's having two. And I'm yelling, I'm crying. I'm like, tell her I'm having twins, because I was so upset. And I woke up, and I was so relieved, but then go to my doctor and find out that one of the twins wasn't viable and I was losing that pregnancy. So it's amazing how you could call it your subconscious, you could call it your higher self, your guides, whatever, how we are warned or given signs to help us navigate our lives. And our dream state, if you could learn how to dissect the signs and signals in our dream state, you would be amazed at how your clairvoyance could evolve. The other thing about clairvoyance that I think is really important, it's the ability to see, but not necessarily literally see. Like this clear seeing can just come in understanding parts to a whole. Being able to see the steps without even realizing it, just understanding outcomes of things before they happen, because you have that ability to have pattern recognition. And that clear sight comes with a lot of other work that we're going to talk in other segments. But the other one that I want to talk about is claircognizance. And claircognizance is clear knowing. There's a little bit of an overlap with the clairvoyance, but clear knowing, and it's like the most annoying one. Like my husband hates it because I'm like, I just know. And he's like, oh, I just know. Like people don't want to be around that person, but many of us have hints of this where we just know something, or we have a natural knowing for something that there was no teaching involved in it. Like the kid that just sits at the piano and can play. That's claircognizance. Or Shakespeare's understanding of human nature and what drives people and what makes them tick to make him such an incredible playwright. That's claircognizance. In my own life, I'll tell you a little story. In 2021, my whole family got COVID. We dropped like flies. And you know that first week when you have COVID and you're like in bed, you think you're gonna die? But the second week, you're in bed, but you're just miserable, but you're forced into stillness. Well, in that stillness, I just laid there. Well, first of all, the first week, again, a mess. But the second week, I just laid there. And I kept getting these profound ideas just plop into my head. And so I just grabbed my phone, and in my sick state, I wrote them in my phone. And after about a week or so, when I felt better, I revisited them. And I was like, you know what? Let me create some sort of outline. Maybe I could use this for something. And when I started writing the stuff down, it turned out I was writing 10 Recommandments for Personal Empowerment. I was writing a book that I probably wouldn't have written if I wasn't forced into stillness to have that information, as I say, plop into my head. Think about it. When you're in the shower, sometimes you get some clarity. Or I say when I'm sitting outside staring at the trees, all of a sudden I get an idea that I might not have had before. You're driving in your car and you're spacing out and you have that aha moment. That stillness allows for that information. People call them downloads. I don't much care for that term. But you get downloads, you get this information. So many of us have tinges of clairvoyance, of claircognizance, of clairaudience. But we're distracted by life. We're distracted by the things that are going on in the world around us. We're disconnected. And we're not honing these gifts to assist us to better navigate the world around us. So how do you do that, Dana? How do you hone these abilities? Well, I'll tell you. So in the upcoming segments, I'm going to be talking about, and every time I bring this up, I get so excited, but I'm going to be talking about the chakra system and the aspects of self that correspond with our chakras and how to bring them into balance, and then ultimately how to expand our clairs because of that. And I just want to give you a visual in how I see it, just so we're all on the same page moving forward. So I'm not trying to impose my belief system on anybody. If it resonates, awesome. If not, take it or leave it. But I just want to explain how I see it. So I believe that there is one all-loving, all-powerful source of energy. The creative source. Call it what you want. Call it God. Call it Hashem. Call it Allah. Call it source, call it the universe, but there's this one source of energy. And every single one of us, every single soul is a fractal of that energy. And when we are born into this world, with, again, the trials and the tribulations of life, we become disconnected from that source of energy and don't receive all of this energy in its entirety. And the way I see it, think about a surgical glove, right? I blow air into a surgical glove, and the air goes in every one of these fingers. But if this glove has a tear or some sort of crease or a hole, all of the air from the creative source isn't going to go into this glove, and it's not going to be in its full potential. So if this glove, this soul, has mommy issues, daddy issues, doesn't live authentically, is unstable, can't love without condition or expectation, doesn't sit outside in nature, doesn't give itself time for stillness, the glove is going to look like this. It's not going to receive its full potential. But handle your mommy issues, handle your daddy issues, live authentically, love without condition, stabilize yourself, go sit outside, take time to meditate. You're going to live in your full potential, in full enlightenment, in your godliness, if you will. And by understanding that we are all the creators of our reality, we are all connected to what we think is outside of us, and it's not. This all creative, powerful source, and we are that. And all we have to do is reconcile our own imbalances. Oh my God, life becomes crazy magical. And your clairs won't seem so weird and wacky and woo. Like I'm the woo-woo lady? No, I'm just speaking the truth. So stick with me, because in the upcoming segments, we're going to go through every single chakra, every single stage of development, every single aspect that corresponds with that. We're going to bring all our stuff back into balance, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do all sorts of weird, weird clair stuff with each other. So, as always, Off the Rails with Dana Sardano. As always, thanks for listening, and Ubuntu.
What do you think?
I think it's a whole lot.
It's a whole lot to unpack. Where do you want to start?
Because you look at all the things in your life that she's talking about, you go through it, and you start saying, oh, I see it here, and yeah, I see it there, and yep, I see it here. And I didn't know it had a name. You know, you ever get engulfed in your thoughts and you're wondering what's going on, and you can't attribute it to signals or signs or things that you go through, and there's no name for it. And you just think sometimes that you're going to be overwhelmed, and you call it a monkey brain or you call it whatever to make it easier to handle the unknowing. And you make it so simple to understand the different aspects of what you go through. It's kind of different. It's a different perspective that everybody shares.
The different clairs.
Yeah. And everybody shares those clairs, and you don't think about it that way. Sometimes people think that they are a little bit different, or I don't want to say what I feel. Or I don't want people to make it feel like I'm nuts or I'm crazy or this can't be, or they're not going to accept me. I'm not going to be accepted because I say this, or that. It's just throws you back into all the things. Maybe because I've been living a little bit longer than all of you guys.
But it's interesting because you said sometimes you just know.
Yeah.
And your husband's like, all right.
Yeah.
It becomes, there's the knowing, and then there's the ego of, I know this.
Yeah.
And then there's a fine line, but you know because of your clairs. We know where you sit in your energies. But there are people who just do this because I said so, because I know. That's not a clair.
No.
That's an ego.
Yeah. How do you know the difference?
Okay, hold on
How
a
do you know the
second.
difference?
I can't stand the word ego.
I
I hate the word ego. It's like I'm allergic to this word. I can't
get
stand
why.
it.
I get why.
I don't like it.
Around. Yeah.
I don't like it when they say, and there are certain people in my life that use this and freely towards me, and it really makes me hostile.
I wouldn't consider you egoic. And again, when we talk about the chakras, this center, the solar plexus.
he's really not.
No, not at all. But he's confident and he's not cut and dry, but succinct. And people who are not confident in their own foundation will misinterpret that. I've been misinterpreted my whole life, and I think I come from a pretty authentic and sincere place. But if they can't see it, I can't make them see it. But your ego is in your solar plexus area, and when just about the whole I know part of it, your third eye chakra is your I know place. So if your chakras are aligned from, I say the rooter to the tutor, but if they're aligned from your root all the way up to your crown, then you can be confident in your knowing. But if you are not, because the imbalance comes from the bottom up, if you're imbalanced here in your solar plexus, then there's your ego. Then it's not I know. So how does another person know? Like, how does this guy, if I'm telling you I know, how does this person know that I really know?
Or not know. What about not know? What about if they use the word ego because they don't know? They think they know.
But that's their problem.
Right.
If I know who I am and you don't get me,
then that's their problem.
Yeah, and
it's not my problem.
See, but you may pose it as a question because you teach differently.
Okay, why do you got to go down that? Why are you giving away my secret sauce?
Because the way you do it is remarkable, because you let others come into their own power.
Yeah.
You don't say. You may say, this doesn't work. Can we do it another way? You teach, you share. You never say, that chair is yellow.
As a matter of fact, it isn't, but that's okay.
Right? You ask, you engage people in a conversation because you're not egoic, as she says. It's not about your ego. You're about growing other people.
But I don't understand why anybody would say it's your ego speaking and think that that's a compliment.
Ever go on vacation and someone says, oh, I've been there, and I've been there, and I've been there, and I did that, and I did that, and you just want to explode because great for you.
No, I ask, so what you do there?
But why? See, that to me is an
because
ego.
They're telling me they've been there, so they want me to know that they were there, so I want to explore the reason why they're telling me this. So I said, let's go there. Tell me where you went. Was it nice? Was it raining? Tell me what you were wearing. What did you eat? And I go down this whole thing. And then they're like shocked because they're telling me I was there. Okay, so let's go there. Yep. They're not listening to me about me being there, so let's listen to you about you being there. So it doesn't bother me.
But how could you be misinterpreted when you said?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm misinterpreted all the time.
But how? I feel like you're so succinct and so clear.
Because you can see me. I'm talking about people who don't understand, like I have learned a tremendous amount of self-love over the years. You've heard some of the stories I've told. I didn't always carry that kind of self-love.
Right.
And I have learned the self-love. So again, personality type, I'm Italian, I'm from Jersey, I'm Dana Sardano, So then there's that piece. But because I'm like you, Freddie, because I'm not going to tolerate certain things, I am going to speak my mind. I'm going to be honest and forthcoming. I'll do my best to spare your feelings, but honesty for me is more important than sparing your feelings. And so because of all those things, people who are not in alignment with me, who are not there yet, not ready to be honest, ready to look at themselves, ready to be authentic, they're going to misunderstand me because, Dana's a fill in the blank, because they don't get it. But I have to be comfortable enough with myself to be okay with you not liking me. Because what are my ideals? What is my integrity? To be in alignment with my word matching my deed, all of those things, walking the walk, as you said earlier, and just accepting that not everybody's going to get it. And the ones that do get it, get it. Like, that's why there's such a shidduch here. You know what I mean? There's such a partnership because we all are speaking the same language. You know what I mean? Maybe different dialects, but the same language. And people who don't get it, that just is. So that's what I'm saying when I say I'm misinterpreted. It's just because not everybody's ready for the truth.
You know, it's amazing because when I first met you, the first thing that came to me was to put you in places where they don't get it. So I said to Dawn, every time we go on a remote, let's call Dana. Let's call Dana, because I don't know why I'm being led to do some of these things, but I go and I do them. And those people that are there, they show up. Sometimes when they hear you're coming, it's even more. If they don't get it, they want to get it, or they don't want to get it. But I want to see you in the midst of that.
All right,
because the nicest thing about having a gift is to be able to share it with those that don't understand what a gift is. To share it with people that do understand, that's easy. And life is easy that way. And that's the thing that I think that you don't understand. When you have a gift, you got to go where they don't understand what that looks like, what it feels like, what they're supposed to do with it. They only see what they see. And when they use the word ego, and I use it now as a crush, don't call me, don't use ego around me, just don't do it. Because I'm going to throw it back at you. Because it has nothing to do with that. Something above that. But I love it when you're in places, because I see how other people, they light up because they want to learn. They want to know. And the want. You know, I was taught by a blind girl that I dated once, if you ever teach a person, the best word is the word want. Because if people want, then it makes everything else flow because you got their attention.
People want to see. People want vision. They may want it for their own uses.
Yeah.
But they want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny you say that. People want to see, but remember, to see and to know is here. And what they don't understand, and this is why I make such a big deal about talking about the chakras, talking about the, getting your stuff in order, talking about all that, because they want this, but they don't want to do this, which is kind of weird, but they don't want to do the lower chakra work. People come to the gallery all the time and ask me, to develop their gifts. I want to develop my gifts. Oh yeah, we could play card tricks and we could do things to hone your abilities. But if you don't handle your issues, I was talking to Karen earlier about your root chakra, the greatest age of resonance is 0 to 7 years old. Let everybody think about this for a second. 0 to 7 years old, and I will be talking about this in the upcoming weeks. If you have something, an unreconciled trauma from 0 to 7, and it doesn't have to be a serious trauma. It could be something as simple as, my brother always was favored. Simple. There's nothing crazy there. But yet, I don't believe that I'm worthy of things because of that. 0 to 7. Then I'm going to have feelings of insecurity. And what does that do in men? Insecurity. Think of the behavior of men or the masculine energy when they're insecure. Right? It's getting a little aggressive. Right? And think of the insecurity in women. Gets a little needy, sometimes a little, slutty, you know what I mean? Like women act crazy. So now you have these insecurities that you picked up from 0 to 7 years old, instability, lack of grounding. And then the next chakra, your sacral chakra, the age of resonance is 7 to 14. So think about that. That's your understanding that you create your reality. That is your love for life, your excitement, your passion. But if it's built on insecurity, then that's going to be off kilter. Yes. And then the next one, your solar plexus, is on 14 to 21. That's your sense of empowerment. That is your ego in check. So your drive, your ambition. Ego is important. People throw it around like it's an ugly word, but it's important. Without ego, we don't have identity. So how are you going to have a sense of identity if you don't even know you could create your reality because you're living in insecurity because something that you have from 0 to 7 is unreconciled? It's crazy. And when people look at that about themselves, they could change their whole lives. We are old, so we're doing it retroactively. But if we could teach these kids, I'm totally going off on a rant. Please forgive. But if we could teach these kids how to process their emotions and understand their stages of development in real time, that's how you change the world. We fix our stuff. We teach them how to handle theirs in real time, and the world's a better place. And you didn't ask any of this, but I felt compelled to share.
But what I'm thinking then is we need to get to our kids.
Yes.
We need to get to people that are creating women that are pregnant.
Yes.
New families.
Yes.
New parenting skills. Because as parents, back in my 20s, I was lucky I knew how to change a diaper and could get any sleep. Forget about feeding them and nursing versus formula. But yet all of that makes such an impact on this new life that you're raising.
Yes.
And you're trying to pay your bills and hit your budget and get a raise and raise your kid, and do I go back to work? Not realizing it's impacting them because, oh honey, that's so great, and you're feeding them, but all those emotions that you're holding. I watched my son hold my granddaughter the other day, and he was really having this passionate conversation about career with me, and she kept crying. Now she's 2 months old and crying and crying, and Ashley comes in, she goes, you need to do this. I'm doing the best I can. But she was feeding off of his energy, of the conversation he was having with me on FaceTime. As soon as she was removed from his energy and his vibration, she stopped crying.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing anything wrong. She was just picking up on it. So I feel like it needs to go all the way back to that. Somehow, now you have a greater calling, because now we need like parenting guides. And we need a book for young parents. And we need
let me put it on my list.
for the kids to play
She
with
wants to save the world.
for emotional cards, because they need to identify their emotions. Remember when you were little, maybe you didn't have it, like identify your emotion, there'd be a face.
A smiley face, yeah.
Pick your emotion of the day. Like there'd be a happy face, a sad face, a straight line mouth. Did you ever have that?
No.
And you were getting in touch with your emotions?
I did that when I was a kid.
I don't know, did you?
No.
They have them usually in like counselors' offices. Like I remember my counselor's office at school had a
She
poster.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, had a poster with all the smiles. And what's interesting, I had a guy that I worked with who had a very difficult childhood, and he is a little bit on the spectrum. So identifying the emotions was already a little bit of a challenge, and he had the childhood trauma stuff. And he would tell me, he's like, it was so bad. He's like, I for the longest time I would go in and I would, and these are the posters for the kids, point to the picture to train myself to be able to recognize the emotion I was feeling. That's happiness, that's frustration, that's sadness.
I never had that opportunity. I went to the dentist and there was always a smiley face in there. But, other than that.
But imagine identifying your feelings as a child, and then it goes overboard. Then it's like, well, I am feeling, and I heard you say this, I am feeling this. And everyone has valid feelings. You can't tell when you're not feeling that.
No.
If you're feeling it, you're crying, you're sad. Don't cry, but you want to cry. So then there's a balance of adjusting your emotions, someone telling you to stop crying. There's so much to this. This is like a whole nother book, Dana.
Right.
A whole other career path for you. Sorry.
Yeah, but Veda finds her crown, and that's what I'm going to have as my visual when I talk about the chakras. Veda finds her ground is all about the chakra system, and for kids, teaching them how to process their emotions through understanding these energy centers. It's fun because I create the characters, everybody's color coded, and it just makes it a little bit more doable. So I'm already halfway there. I even created a 9-week curriculum for homeschool teachers and teachers in the school system, if they wanted to utilize the book and the cards with this curriculum with the kids. And like I said, because it's color coded, you could do art projects, crystal stuff, call it science, you could do all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's amazing.
I know.
Wow. You getting all that?
Yeah.
How's it make you feel?
Good. Seriously. I was thinking about this when I was a young kid. I didn't think about my emotions. I sort of looked at other people's emotions. Maybe I'm mental. I don't know.
No, because even now you don't look at your emotions, you look at other people's emotions.
I do. That's how
and that's that Claire I am, the Claire sentience.
Yeah.
I look at everyone's emotions and I feel it. And I absorb it. It's not about me, I'm feeling them.
We had a host here this week. I don't want to say her name because I don't want to get in trouble, but she sat down and I said, "What's wrong?" And she just gave me a look. You ever get a look? And I said, "Oh, all that." And she said, "Stop." And I said, "What's wrong?" I asked her 3 times. And she just came over and she was like this to me. But I could feel it.
Yeah.
And that emotion sort of made me, maybe that's why I had such a hard time with Lorena yesterday, is because that whole thing was going on. I don't know. I run on scents. Like I think your son, when he's holding the baby, she's crying, gives it to the mother. Well, a child knows her mother's scent. The scent of a woman. It's like the movie. And the child will stop crying just because it senses where it came from.
There's so much to this.
Yeah.
There's so much more to do. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got to talk to the crew, see what's happening. I want to see what their perspective. They're very quiet. They're like in this contemplative space.
They're spinning wheels. I can feel them behind me.
They're thinking about all of this. And then, of course, see what's happening on the marketing side and the Amplified magazine. More to come. If you have a question or comment, give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Let's see if they got the phone lines on. More to come. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Texas Roadhouse.
I play chicken with the train, play chicken with the train, train. You know that I play chicken with the train, play chicken with the train, train. Yeah.
Hold 'em up, here we go. All the hicks and chicks be overflown. Big black train coming round the bend. Go! One time.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to Working Nurses Home Care, where your private care is our priority. We provide medical and supportive private duty care all under one agency serving Broward, Palm Beach, and the Treasure Coast. From long-term care and companionship to recovery support, our nurses, therapists, and home health aides are here for you. We accept most major insurances including United Medicare, Aetna, Humana, Oscar, Cigna, and Medicare. Count on us for care that you can trust. Call Broward at 954-916-7458 or Palm Beach at 561-409-0767. Visit us at www.workingnurseshomecare.com. At Working Nurses Home Care, we are here to serve and support.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Hey, we're back.
All right, we're going to let Dana regroup, reprocess.
She's buying tickets.
And we're going to see.
She's getting tickets. She's number 7,470.
It's okay because it's different roles that we play.
Yeah, she's waiting in
life.
line role.
It's a mom role.
Okay.
Anyway, I want to talk to the girls over there. They are the editors and the writers and the creators of our new Amp Media Futures Foundation Amplified magazine. And it is a student, producer-driven magazine that amplifies everything that goes on in the studio. Everything from the logo to the content to the layout is created right here by our very own crew, our journalism majors, our communication majors. See what's happening on this week's edition. Hey girls, what's happening?
Hi, I'm Sydney. And I'm Jasmine. We are student journalists. We run the Amplify magazine. We started the magazine and we had a good vision in mind, and
we only started about, I don't know, maybe last month, a month and a half ago, and we're already working on our 5th volume. We release them weekly right now. We're doing it weekly.
Yeah.
And we hope to continue doing it weekly.
Are you doing it weekly or are we going to monthly, JJ?
We're still thinking about it. because obviously monthly will be a lot of pages, so we want to grow our audience and see the outcome of that, and maybe possibly we can come out with something monthly, but it's still on the table.
It's funny because she says weekly. It'll be a lot of pages weekly. Is that what you said?
Weekly, we have like 10 pages max.
I would think it's the opposite. I would think, because when we did this weekly, it was like 1 page.
Well, they're
She's
working
doing
really
it.
hard. What are your goals of the magazine? What are you really trying to achieve? I know audience engagement, but how? Through stories, through what
I
venues?
think the magazine, our goal is to just show the studio in a fun light, and to just spotlight what we do as interns here, and just get the viewers and everybody more involved and engaged in what's coming up. Also, we want people to know what's going on before it happens, and rely less on doing recaps of things that have already happened. We want to get people involved in the moment and keep them involved throughout the week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Magazine, we talk about what's going on in the studio, what we talk about on the shows, we also put in the magazine. We talk about our coffee brand that's coming out, hopefully, and we talk about all sorts of things. It's very exciting. It's something you should read, honestly.
Definitely. And the goal here is to not stick to just one topic, and we just want to show everybody a little bit of everything that goes on here at the studio.
Yeah, we want everyone to have a voice. We'd love if more people are willing to have more of a voice on our page and maybe write more. And we like to talk about like a lot of our staff, like spotlight our team members. We're learning a lot here, and we want people to know.
It's definitely a lot of fun. So if anybody is interested in, journalism, writing, photography, we're looking for anybody that would like to come collaborate with our Amplified magazine. So
Now we set up.
Make it pop.
We set up an email for sending stories, and that is production
at amp2.tv.
Not with an S, not productions. Production at amp2.tv.
Correct.
You send in anything in there, whether it has pictures or not, you can send it in, and you too can be put on the magazine. It's amazing because they've taken this thing to another level. I did not see this coming.
What have you learned by working on the magazine or creating it? Is something different than you knew?
Working on the magazine, obviously you got to look at other magazines. You got to see how they send it out, how they edit it and stuff like that. Make it look professional is very important to me. Making sure everything looks perfect, nothing's out of place, that the grammar is correct. I learned that you need to reread. A lot of times you need to go back over and over and make sure it's perfect to a T. And yeah, we have our Instagram, Amp Media Futures, and that's where we made it an easier access for our audience to access the magazine. If you go to our link in bio and click there, there's a flip book. So you can actually flip the book digitally.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's giving a
awesome.
real magazine feel, but still being online and easy to access just from a link. So check it out. Check our Instagram out.
Yeah, and weekly we post. We're trying to find out a day. Like mostly we do Fridays, right?
Yeah.
So this Friday we will release Volume 5. So check our Instagram out if you're not already subscribed to the Brooklyn Cafe. You can check it out there.
How important is branding to this magazine or to any type of marketing?
I think it's very important because that's where you get your identity. If you don't have a specific brand and something in vision, it gets confusing. It gets hard to just have one consistent magazine. So branding is very important. We're still figuring it out. We're still learning
what we want it to be. It's still growing. Every volume is something a little bit different, but all in all, I think we have found a general branding that we like, but
a vision coming to life.
It's definitely still coming to life, but yeah.
Nice job, ladies.
I tell you, I never saw it coming. And I never, in 8 years, we've tried to find people who would stick with it. The hardest thing to do is consistency. And this one is growing in the opposite direction. This one, every time you look at it, it's even nicer and nicer and nicer. And it has a different flavor to it. I don't know, maybe I'm becoming more sensitive to things. You see, your paintings are doing it to me again. That's what it comes down to. But it's good work. It really is. And she's including some of the new kids that are coming into it as well, so they can find their footing and they can find what they're good at, because it seems like when you feel you're good at something, you do it better over and over again, and you keep going, and then you start going into different pieces.
It's so long, and there's so many great articles that to read it, you really have to read it. So this takes a full team. It takes a full crew of writing it, of reading it, of proofreading it.
And then proofreading that.
And proofreading it again, and learning the integrity of what you write. Because once it goes out there, it's out. And if you're going to quote someone, the quotes have to be right.
Yes, you can't misquote anybody.
Starting out, you don't want to make mistakes, but you do, and putting out there first is a big jump, and you do make mistakes, and that's okay. You learn from it.
Good attitude.
Dana, it's funny because the word want, we talked about the word want, and I had asked JJ when she started to do the first couple, and I could see the change. And I said to her, what do you want? And she says, I want to publish a magazine. And that's it. That's all it took. From there, she just jumped into this thing. Now she has a whole fray of friends that are going with her, and they're all contributing to this thing. And people that actually have done magazine work want to put stuff in there. And yes, don't get mad. We're going to get to you. Everybody wants to be interviewed. They want to be in it. They want
to everybody.
They want to be in it, yes.
Yeah.
But the thing is that there is a formula, and I have nothing to do with it. I don't even know how they do it.
But it's really important that, and I want to stay with the integrity that is, that it's a student-run magazine. I don't even want to call you students. A producer, a foundation-run. So if someone wants to say Dana wants to be in it, you guys will interview Dana versus Dana just submitting an article, because it's important for you as the foundation to have a hold on all of the content that's written. Because if Dana say were to write an article and you didn't agree with it, or you wanted it to be redone, you couldn't, because it was hers.
Yeah, it's inconsistent.
Right, exactly.
Right, but it gives you an opportunity to find out who wants what.
So a lot of good things, a lot of new ideas that didn't see coming, and certainly not to the level that you ladies have created it. So congratulations, and the branding and logos, and it's a lot that goes into it. Yeah. Nice team.
And good things are coming because of it. People are asking about it. The morning show is doing better.
And I think new sponsorship opportunities are going to be coming. Maybe
that would be great.
JJ and Lexi will go out, and maybe your business wants to sponsor. I talk about 8 pages and a big volume of sending it out to would be great.
Yeah, and we have an upcoming, we're going to talk about that because we're going to put somebody else on the spot up there. We're going to talk about an event that's happening in March and what we're going to be doing for it, and we'll talk to Heather about it as well. But it takes a village, you can't just do this thing by yourself. And I know that you guys, and I love you for it, you write to me like I control what's going on over there. I don't. I have no clue of how they do it. I see them talk about it and put it together. And if you see what I saw, and it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, they were in here before us working on this thing, and they're very good at it, and they're very proud of them, and I'm comfortable with just telling them do what we got to do.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, let's see what segments they put together on the other side of this commercial break, and we will be right back.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramers taste.
Imagine this. A loved one, a son or a daughter, has just suffered from a life-threatening accident. They are transported to a state trauma hospital, and despite being in the care of professional physicians, they tragically pass away due to preventable medical errors. As if this was not tragic enough, then finding out that legal statutes in the state of Florida devalue your loved one's life to zero. This is what we are fighting against. Come join Edward Salazar as he discusses the issues surrounding free kill laws and how to resolve them. Catch The Fight Against Free Kill Laws with Ed Salazar on Monday, 5 p.m. on all social media. Learn who we are and join our cause today.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilson Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilson. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilson Art Gallery today.
Get ready for a night where rock energy meets soul grooves. Rock Meets Soul brings the original artists to the stage, performing the hits that define generations in this rock and soul crossover concert event, featuring John Oates,
You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Firefall,
Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright.
Will Hart of the original Delphonics,
Did not know you are this time, did not.
Radio,
You're the only one I love, and you can't change that.
Randy Hall, and John Ford Coley.
I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life.
Hosted by Tyrone Dubois. Coming Saturday, March 21st to the beautiful Meisner Park Amphitheater in Boca Raton. Tickets and show information are available at rockmeetsoul.eventbrite.com.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
National Dress Up Your Pets Day is a light-hearted holiday celebrated on January 14th each year. It encourages pet owners to dress their pets in fun or creative outfits as a way to celebrate companionship and share joy. While the focus is on fun and photos, the day also emphasizes keeping pets comfortable and safe, choosing costumes that do not restrict movement or cause stress. National Dress Up Your Pet Day was founded in 2009 by celebrity pet lifestyle expert and animal behaviorist Colleen Page. This fun celebration honors our beloved pets while supporting the pet fashion community. Since it only comes once a year, it's the perfect opportunity to wow the neighbors and let your favorite pooch's inner diva shine, so make sure your dog is dressed to impress.
This day in history, 2004, Georgia restored its 5-cross national flag after 500 years. Before its restoration, this was the medieval version of the flag. In 1973, Elvis Presley's concert Aloha from Hawaii was broadcast live via satellite, and this broadcast set the record for the most watched broadcast by an individual entertainer in history. In 1952, NBC's long-running news show Today premiered with Dave Garroway as the host. And in 1236, King Henry III of England marries Eleanor of Provence. Recently, footage has been shown of the Prime Minister of Japan, Sonai Takaichi, and the President of South Korea, Lee Jae-myung, playing the drums together. This just goes to show that there is still peace in the world, as can be seen in this video. You can see how happy they are to be together, having a fun time playing the drums. If only we could have the world just come together and start a rock band, that would be epic. Peace is truly needed, especially right now.
Get ready for a night where rock energy meets soul grooves. Rock Meets Soul brings the original artist to the stage, performing the hits that define generations in this rock and soul crossover concert event, featuring John Oates,
You're a rich girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Firefall,
Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright.
Will Hart of the original Delphonics, Radio, Randy Hall, and John Ford Coley.
I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life.
Hosted by Tyrone Dubois. Coming Saturday, March 21st to the beautiful Meisner Park Amphitheater in Boca Raton. Tickets and show information are available at rockmeetsoul.eventbrite.com.
All right, a lot of stuff happening in those last 2 minutes, 3
You're
minutes.
funny.
A lot of stuff. But I missed. I'm very excited. Saw that? I missed. I'm very excited because come March 21st, Amp Media will be at the
Meisner Park Amphitheater?
Amphitheater. There's a lot of amp stuff. We'll be at Meisner Park on the 21st. We will be doing a show there with the backdrop of the show. You're going to be on the show with us.
Okay. Yes.
I got to bring the magic with me.
Yeah.
And we're going to be highlighting our show. We're going to be highlighting some of the guests that we in there. And behind us, you're going to be able to see the stage. You're going to be doing it by the clock. I'm really excited about doing this because this is another level of something we've always wanted to do. So come on down, you go to Eventbrite and pick up your tickets.
And sponsorship opportunities available. Can you imagine spotlighting your business at Meisner Park Amphitheater, having all of their marketing, their promotional, your logo on all of their promos, on their radio spots, on their TV spots for your business? So contact us so we can get you all of that information at 866-224-5422. And you might get Freddie to answer the phone, or our marketing department.
No, I'll answer.
We'll have to find out who's answering the phone, or our payroll department.
Now, because I'm a little bit crazy, I tried to talk to Heather about how do we get the youngins involved in something like March 21st, because the age difference
It's like
of
yacht
music.
rock.
It's what?
Yacht rock.
Well, I still don't even know what the hell that means, but
Everyone loves yacht rock.
Okay.
Everyone.
Yacht
You like
rock
your yacht
spans generations.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either.
Oh, yacht rock is like elevator music, right?
No, that was like 70s. It's like the blend.
It's like Hall and Oates minus Hall.
Yes, Hall no Oates, Oates no Hall.
Yacht rock.
But it's funny because I was talking to Heather about how to get them involved in something that means so much to us because of our age group, the difference. So I think Heather has some news. Are you going to be going out there? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I suggested we go over to that amphitheater and make some noise and have some fun.
We're going to
Maybe
do a
little
commercial.
promo.
Good idea.
A commercial. We're going to send a crew out.
Yeah,
to do a commercial.
It's going to be all the youngins. So every young person in the studio, we're all going to get together and go there and have a party.
They're going to have a party. That's Heather's way. She's going to have a party.
Do you remember we did that the day before COVID?
Yes.
We did our last concert there, literally, and the world shut down. It was for a Queen cover band. and you had us like in a box because no one even knew what COVID was that day. And we had pizza brought in. We had a party in the green room. It was so super cool. We get to go back again.
I had them in a box.
6 years later.
I separated us from the crowd.
Yeah.
It was on stage on the right, and we had a big banner, and people were taking pictures in front of the banner. And that felt so weird because I didn't know any of these people. They were just taking pictures. It was like they thought it was a photo op thing. And the lights went up, so when you saw the show, you saw us on the side with the lights beaming. And I remember Teddy with the camera.
This is 6 years later.
Yeah.
Think about that. It
And
was
she-
March 12th or 13th, 2020, and here it was March 21st. And if you believe in numerology, you just flip the 12 and now it's 21. 6 years later, it's kind of crazy.
It was fun because they got to see what a green room was like. They got to witness what doing a concert was like. They got to learn all the different aspects. And we had never done it either.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was just a blast. But this time, because of some of the things that we have done since then in 6 years, we're going to actually have a backdrop. So we're going to be by the clock, and the stage is going to be behind us in what they call a blur view, so you can't see what's going on. And I want to stream it from there, us, let the people know what's going on behind us. And if you're not there, you're going to miss it. It's going to be one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. I spoke to Vic. I may be buying radio time, or he may be giving me radio time. It all depends on what you think he said, and put it out there. Just saying.
Rock Meets Soul on Eventbrite. Get your tickets for sponsorship opportunities. Contact us.
Yeah, and come on out here and sit with us. We'll put you on the air for 2 minutes. You can meet Dana, and she'll rewind your woo-woo and make you feel like $1 million. Because everything you touch, everyone that you talk to, you see what happens. They were trying to come today. I just got off the phone with Lauren. They were trying to get down here because they know that you're here on Wednesday. She got a flat tire.
Is that what happened?
And she's waiting for AA, AAA, quadruple A to come out and fix it. And she says, I feel like just driving on a flat. I said, no, you can't do that.
So I love those guys.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff. Heather, what else is happening with Don Pablo Coffee
I don't know.
and our celebrity coffee branding?
We love doing this stuff.
She's making me laugh. Lots of new things are happening. I know Freddy is working out a deal with Don Pablo. We're going to have some new opportunities of giving our clients, our shows, coffee. They can sell their own coffee, their own brand. It's going to be really exciting. We have the studio over there, and we're going to be doing a lot more work. Commercial creation, live shows, hopefully every month now. So. Yes. Yeah, it's going to be super fun. Something different, a new challenge for us to kind of tackle and learn and grow together.
That's good. We love doing that time.
She's like grabbing the mic.
Website, we're getting into websites, we're getting into pages, we're getting into
Spotify.
Spotify.
Are still up and running on Spotify.
You will now be able to find the morning show on Spotify as well. It's going to be the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
And we're going to be wearing colors like gangs. I'm waiting for my colors to come in the mail.
Okay, we have to order them, but we are getting some super cool
them.
quarter zips. They're going to be like a maroon burgundy color. It's going to say the Brooklyn Cafe Show on the back and AMP on the front.
Oh, awesome.
Some new hats.
Yeah,
be prepared. Branding is going to be everywhere at this point.
I'm still waiting for my colors.
I have your colors. I'm waiting on you.
You never sent it to me?
I sent it to you.
Wow. Okay.
Did you see who else walked in the door?
No. Oh, Dawn the book? Dawn the book.
I feel like she's so far away. It's like, hi.
We'll put Dawn the book over there
We're
in a
going to
minute.
put her, set that all up. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, the host of Faith Stories, Dawn DeMarco book. And for those of you that text, any Dawn will do. We answer each other's texts, which is all good.
Any Dawn will do.
More to come. We'll be right back.
What if you could make a free phone call and reduce your car payment by as much as $83 a month? Right now, you could be paying as high as 20% interest. Your new interest rate could be reduced to as low as 2.48%. You can refinance any existing car loan or leased car and save money every month. Take 5 minutes of your time right now. Make this free phone call and learn how to save hundreds of dollars a year by refinancing your existing car loan. what if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
Located in the heart of Palm Beach at 300 Royal Palm Way, RCCA provides a variety of personalized outpatient therapeutics to include occupational and physical therapies, speech and language pathology treatment, as well as preschool programs for physically impaired children aged 3 to 5. Our compassionate licensed therapists specialize in hand therapy, geriatrics, neurodevelopment treatment, Parkinson's programs for language and movement, Pilates, as well as vital stimulation for swallowing disorders. Our goal is to provide accessible therapy to all ages, regardless of financial ability. We accept Medicare and various insurance plans. Our vision is to positively transform the lives of our patients by providing quality occupational, physical, and speech therapy. We believe in the power of custom and individual therapy sessions to improve communication, independence, and physical function of those with disabilities or injuries. Our goal is to transform their lives back to where they were or to get them doing what they want to do. At RCCA, we believe that every person deserves the best therapeutic treatment and a chance to recover from surgery, manage arthritis, improve their balance, or resume sports play after an injury. RCCA has a strong relationship with the Palm Beach community, and we are a valued not-profit organization for over 85 years, helping those right here within our community. Visit rcca.org to learn more about us. We are Palm Beach's Rehabilitation Center, and we are here for you.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
It's funny you say that because I was watching something as I was doom scrolling that you should name your brain. And if you name your brain, Lucy, whatever you want to name it, you can actually get a hold of Lucy, stop doing that, or whatever you're naming it. You can get a hold, you can identify it, you can talk.
Shut up, Jan.
You know, that is the beginning of mental illness and multiple personalities. Doesn't it have
funny?
a name?
Name your brain.
That's where the
and you
split starts.
get a better hold
Name
of
your brain.
Name your brain.
So there was a time 8 years ago. 8 years? Dawn, I know you, what, 10 years? 10 years, 8 years. We did a show and there was 8 Dawns on this set.
Name your Dawn.
Wow.
Name your Dawn. She was there, there was a whole bunch of other Dawns in there. So I used to say all the time, Dawn? And they used to all go, what?
This Dawn, the other Dawn. But Dawn DeMarco Book is here. Her show, Faith Stories, airs today at 3 p.m. So let's see who she's got coming on.
Well, today I have Pete Bram, and he was actually on one of the first shows that when I originally aired back in 2024, and he truly has the story of Job in the Bible. It's an amazing story. You guys need to check it out. Check out the YouTube channel. And today we're gonna talk about his project that he's actually working on with the studio here. So I'm really excited to learn more about it.
Well, that's Peter.
That's Pete. Yes, he's got some new, I haven't even told Andrew yet, but he's got 2 new video promotions that he's working on for business, I guess, ideas and branding. He's going to meet, I didn't know he was your guest today. We have a meeting with him tomorrow, so maybe we'll push it up to today.
So when do we have the meeting today?
Right, if he had said, I'm going to be on Dawn's show today, I would have said, all right, so let's talk while you're here.
It's a funny guy.
Anyway, we'll work it all out. But he's a super great guy, and his story is so compelling that I wonder, and I guess maybe you ask him as part of your interview, when you're going through what he went through. When you're going through those really, really low times in life and you come out on the other side, do you think that God has led me here for a reason while you're going through it, or only after you come out of it do you realize God, source, energy has brought you to the other side?
So when I walked through dark times, I felt the presence of God carry me through those times and just giving me glimmers of hope through those storms, because we all face storms, each one of us. It's how you, where do you go to? My source is the Lord in the Bible, which is his word. So, and I believe that Pete needed to be brought to his knees, as we all do, because we think we have it all figured out, but we really don't. And God is there for us to guide and direct our steps in the journey that we call life.
When you're going through it, when you went through some things that you shared, those dark times.
It's funny because you go through them.
Do you know what you're going through at the time?
Well, it depends on which one you're talking about, but sometimes when you're going through them, you don't really know why you go through it. Some of it should have stopped you. Some of it, you negotiated your way psychologically or through God, whatever it is. I made a deal with God and I came back, and all of this stuff happens. And then as you get older and you become more things are given to you to look at and to understand, because I don't think in life we really sit back and understand the gift that we have to look at it and take it to another dimension, which we all can. We just don't. There are those of us that are become very wealthy in our society and they see it better than we do. There are those that are spiritually more rich than others and they see it differently. But as I went through all this now and I see what's now, I've learned to take a step back. And I've never done this in my life. But this year I've decided I'm going to take a step back and learn more about what's happening around me and watching it grow and meeting people like Dawn the book and all the others, the kids in the studio, because I'm beginning to understand I went through all of that. And this is the reason why. So I'll answer that question to you, hopefully in 10 years or whatever I got left, I'll answer that.
Well, it's interesting because everyone's perspective is different. And you shared last week some stories that you had.
Yeah.
And when we go through it, you're just trying so hard to get through it through prayer, hopefully through prayer, because no one walks through this alone. And the other side, you look at it and you say, all right, I hope I learned something from it. Because if we do not learn from our mistakes or it's negative, history is bound to repeat itself, whether it's through you in childhood traumas or family dynamics. There's so many things, but yet so many things to be grateful for.
And it's true, because sometimes you get angry that you see things go on around you, and anger doesn't do anything but make it worse. So you sort of have to understand where they're coming from, and you sort of have to do that loving thing that you're trying to do and to comprehend and make it make sense. If it doesn't make sense for everybody, then it really doesn't make sense. If it only makes sense to one person out of 1,000, you're going to have a disbalance. That's the way I see it. Am I right, wrong, or indifferent doesn't really matter. It matters what you think. But what you think is that important. So sit back and enjoy the gifts that you have in front of you.
It's funny, Dawn, I was doom scrolling the other day, and there was a woman on social media, and she's talking about put it down and give it to God, because you are not a savior of your children, of your spouse, of your parents, of all the things that we shoulder the burdens of texting them back because the dog is sick. That is not yours to take. It's theirs to learn from. And you tell me this all the time. It's somebody else's life to live. It's not yours. You can pray for them. You can embrace them with love. You can embrace them with prayer and ask God to help provide or source. But you got to give it to God and rest it at God's feet and say, you know what? I am not the savior. It is up to you to watch over, and all I can do is be there and love and surround them with love. And Dawn, I was thinking of you, and I was thinking of you, because if we can actually step back from our ego and think this is all of our problems to solve and let the world and the universe take care of it, everyone will grow as they should grow. I know there's so many levels. See what happens when I quiet my monkey mind?
Right.
I'm like,
are you calling your brain monkey? No.
Yes, I'm going to name my brain. My brain is now called Monkey. Monkey, stop.
May I add a layer
yes,
to that? So you're saying, let it go and give it to God. And there is a spiritual perspective, and that's about the non-attachment. right? If you just are allowing, letting go, and when you detach yourself and look at things more objectively, you begin to realize that everything that is coming at us, even the really scary, ugly stuff, it's all just information. Everything is just information, and it's how we receive that information and respond to it. And when we could detach ourselves, now, when you're in it, like when you're in the suck, like there's no detaching. You're just in the suck, just, rolling up your sleeves, trying to stay alive. But when you can just a little bit step back, take a breath, get some rest, quiet your monkey mind, do whatever you have to do, you can start to see things for what they are, not what your intense emotional response is telling you it is. You know what I mean? So it's a different perspective.
It's funny you say that, because at 6 o'clock this morning I received a message. Take off the bag of bricks. You know the story about the bag, and they put every brick you put in there is all the worries, is about things you can't control, and you're walking around with this bag of bricks, and for some reason they said, here's a message for you, take off the bag of bricks. And it hit home this morning, saying to myself, wow, why am I getting this? I don't know the person. They just sent it to me. Take off the bag.
Oh, it's a physical message.
No, it was a text.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It wasn't a spiritual.
No.
That's what I'm thinking.
It wasn't a download.
Right.
No, it was a message, and it was a picture. Take off the bag of bricks, and it's funny because Dana's here, and Dawn the book is here, and you got to learn. The learning is on how to take it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the work.
See, that's the work. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I said, Gato, you got that bag of bricks, take it off. He's got to learn, how do I do that?
Yes,
how do I take it off? How do I take it one arm off? Do I take it two arms off? Where does it land? All of this stuff. And I guess the person that sent it to me had a message for me. And
just lay it down.
6 o'clock in the morning. It's kind of strange to get there, but you got to take off that bag of bricks.
Interesting.
It's just strange. My life has always been strange.
A lot of good stuff. Do we have time for Abdullah's game?
What time is it?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
do
so
it.
tune in today to Faith Stories today at 3 o'clock. Dawn is always sending Dawn the book. As always, delivering inspiring stories and incredible shoes. So she's got some great contacts on jewelry and shoes.
Does she name her shoes? Do you put names to your shoes?
I don't name the shoes.
You should. Let's start doing that.
Black
We'll
boots.
put a little thing on the bottom. It says Michelle.
Yeah.
Well, they already have names. I don't want to rename them.
I just
Oh,
need
they
to
have
rename my shoe bags. So I know on the outside of my bag what shoes are in it. Anyway.
I agree.
What was Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
You guys ever see Planet of the Apes? What was like one of the apes' names? Like the head honcho?
I just
Caesar.
remember Dirty
I'm naming
Monkey.
my brain Caesar.
I'm
Just
surprised you knew that.
Dirty ape.
It's that ape in my brain, that monkey mind that is controlling me. So Caesar, stop it. There
That's
you
a
go.
new Planet of the Apes.
But he knew what I meant.
Well, he knows everything. He's all knowing.
All right, let's roll Abdullah's game.
I can actually see it this time.
Wow.
Take me home, country road, too, please. West Virginia.
Country roads?
I'm still trying to focus my eyes.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's my patch.
I love what you got. Let's get together, we can.
What is happening?
Do you have the PNG? The PNG?
Anyone know it?
Careless Whisper. I can't see it.
Put on your glasses.
I'm going to look over there. I can't see that one. I tried. Let me
I can
try
feel
this.
myself drooling. I'm like,
Jay, we're going to do 5.
this is Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
5.
And you can see that? If you can see that, I give you a nickel.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah. It's very easy to see.
I think maybe change the font color to like red.
I did it.
Remember that song, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
I don't even sure this. Madonna.
Oh, it's Madonna.
It's amazing how he mixes the two songs.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on for like the first 3 songs.
Yeah, they mixed
but I got
two
it
songs.
now.
Like a Virgin
Yeah, it took
or
me a minute.
Vogue?
It's Vogue.
Like Vogue.
It was Vogue.
Too Young to Fall in
I
Love
just
in
can't
Vogue?
find it.
Bottom one.
Oh, okay.
I can't read.
Yeah.
Too Young to Fall in Love. Song 5.
People in the house, let's go. It's your boy JT. So pass that thing to watch me flex. Behind my back, you know what's next.
That's an Adidas special gangster rap.
What's up? Just feel the bass.
Right? Do you know it? Might you be?
Anyone?
I have no idea.
Duality.
Space Jam.
I don't
Wow.
know. And there you have it. All right. Welcome to the monkey mind of our studio.
You see, you brought up Monkey Money, you got that.
Tomorrow you'll see the next 5. All right. Ready to wrap this up?
Ready to wrap it
All
up?
right. Dana, how do people find you and the Ubuntu Room?
Just go to ubuntufishgallery.com and everything you need to know about me is there.
Do you have any cards with you in the car?
I do.
Maybe we start every morning show with a card.
That's what Karen's doing.
I know. So
We read the first one. What was it, number 10? She read?
That was from my 10 recommendments for personal empowerment. I just did a deck of cards, like a companion set, and that was recommendment 10. And I'm going to do a whole series on the 10 recommendments because they're awesome.
It's good. We actually took off on the morning show.
And
with
here
it.
she comes. All
Yeah,
right.
but I'll give you a deck of Soul Traveler cards.
Perfect. Well, we're going to start every morning show off with a message of the day to quiet your Caesar brain. Name your brain. See what you come up with.
Caesar brain? What about
Caesar.
monkey brain?
Caesar is the head monkey of Planet of the Apes.
No, I like monkey
You
better.
like monkey mind better?
Yeah, because Caesar, now we're getting all technical.
Yeah.
See, this is what I mean about her.
I go to emperors. You start saying Caesar, like I go. Roman
Beware
Empire.
the king that wears the crown. What is that?
Beware the head that wears the crown.
That one.
Have a great afternoon, everyone. Tune in today to Faith Stories today at 3 o'clock with Dawn DeMarco Book. Listen to the story of Pete Bram as well. Have a great afternoon. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow. Bundle up. It's going to be in the 30s
Nippy.
tomorrow.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.